and you'll be faced with a world of information as well as an avenue for audio streaming. That's our website, www.voiceofnigeria.org.ng. You're still listening to the broadcast of programs from the English service of Voice of Nigeria. Now, in about a quarter of an hour, at exactly 19:15 GMT, we narrow our focus to the Nigerian legislature on the program from the National Assembly. The present administration recently reached the iconic mark of 100 days in office. What are the achievements so far? What are the failures? And what are the expectations? Well, stay tuned to find out. The time now is 19 hours Greenwich Mean Time.
From Voice of Nigeria will present West Africa Today, a program that highlights issues and developments making the news in the region. Today's edition is on the collaboration between Nigeria and fellow West African country Burkina Faso ahead of the 2015 general election in Burkina Faso scheduled for October. Details of this will come your way shortly. My name is Glory Ohani. Thank you. The sustenance of democracy is a task that every country is striving to achieve. As such, nations keep collaborating to complement the efforts of one another in order to achieve this very important task. Nigeria has always been the pace-setter amongst African nations in all ramifications. Little wonder the country is often referred to as the big brother or the giant of Africa. Election periods are often tense, yet full of expectations. That was the case when Nigeria held her general elections in March and April 2015, when an opposition party then defeated an incumbent president at the polls. The entire world was pessimistic about the outcome of the keenly contested elections, but alas, the transition was smooth until date. Nigeria has remained peaceful and orderly. By the smooth conduct of that election, Nigeria again set an example for others to follow. The election was adjudged free and fair. Though such a feat was not easy to attain, it has been acknowledged the world over. Burkina Faso, on the other hand, is a neighbor of Nigeria, and preparations are in top gear for the conduct of general elections in that country. The Burkinabes are expected to elect a new president and members of parliament at a poll slated for October 11, and the world is waiting to see how free and fair the elections would be. In furtherance of the good relationship existing between the two countries, Nigeria on September 1 donated 20 Hilux vehicles to Burkina Faso to help her prepare for and conduct credible elections. The vehicles were presented at a colorful ceremony in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's capital. Nigeria's Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Bulus Lolo, presented the vehicles on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari, while the chairman, Burkina Faso National Electoral Commission, Mr. Batlami Kere, received them on behalf of his country. In his remarks, Mr. Lolo said President Muhammadu Buhari sent a special envoy to deliver the vehicles, in demonstration of Nigeria's solidarity with the people of Burkina Faso.
We have come to demonstrate to the people of Burkina Faso that Nigeria is standing in solidarity with them. We have enjoyed very warm bilateral relations over the years, and it is our belief and practice in Nigeria that wherever people are in need and we are in a position to assist, we will identify with them and reach out to them. Burkina Faso is preparing to hold very momentous elections next month, and the government felt that this is the time to step forward to say to the people of Burkina Faso that democracy provides the key to national stability and peace. And for us, having gone through successive elections now 5 times running without any break, that democratic governance is the future for all of us. Through it, we attain stability, we attain peace, and above all, we bring development to the people, which is the primary objective and responsibility of government.
He ordered that President Buhari approve the delivery of the vehicles in fulfillment of the pledge made by Nigeria in March to assist Burkina Faso with logistics to conduct the elections.
President Muhammadu Buhari sent us on this special mission today following the events of last October in Burkina Faso. In March this year, an international support group was meeting and Nigeria made a pledge. And our being here is in fulfillment of that pledge. To bring to the people, the government, and especially the Electoral Commission of Burkina Faso our support in concrete terms to say that Nigeria identifies with the people of Burkina Faso. The government of Nigeria has donated 20 kilo vans, all brand new, and these are to be handed over in support of the forthcoming elections in Burkina Faso. And this is our way of saying to Burkina Faso, to the whole of West Africa, to the whole of the continent, that democracy is the way to go. No matter how difficult the process may be, in the end, it represents the true expression of the will of the people. We had a test of it recently in Nigeria, following our own elections, but the will of the people prevailed. If it works in Nigeria, it will work in Burkina Faso. So we do hope that we will come to celebrate the outcome of the elections, calling on the incoming government to govern well, give hope to the people of Burkina Faso, protect their rights, and give them joy, reposing their confidence in the government to come. Our best wishes, Félicitations, merci beaucoup.
The Permanent Secretary further said the gesture was also to demonstrate Nigeria's support and to let the Burkinabes know that democracy remains the key to stability in any country. He said Nigeria would look into other ways of assisting Burkina Faso where and when necessary, adding that the will of the people must prevail.
Substantive intervention, this is it. But it's a very long, tedious journey once you start a process like this. There may be other areas of requirement. We will weigh each carefully before stepping out with any assistance. But we will not stop encouraging the entrenchment of democracy in Burkina Faso. We will not stop encouraging the people to be law-abiding, to govern well and inclusively, so that all shapes and opinions in the country will be represented. By the end of the day, it is the will of the people that must prevail.
Receiving the vehicles, the chairman of Burkina Faso's National Electoral Commission, Mr. Barthélemy Kéré, who spoke through an interpreter, commended Nigeria for the gesture, noting that the vehicles came at the right time.
Pour leur sens élevé de la solidarité, dont la preuve évidente et manifeste est visible à nos yeux.
It's a pleasure and an honor to say thank you to the government of Nigeria for what they have done for our population.
20 véhicules pick-up, flambant neufs, que le Nigeria a bien voulu mettre à la disposition de la CENI pour accompagner le Burkina.
20 brand new vehicles made available to the government of Burkina Faso for the holding of the coming elections.
C'est vrai, ces élections du 11 octobre 2015, c'est le point culminant de cette marche.
The elections of the 11th October are very important for our march towards democracy and also the various challenges the Burkina have taken the commitment to take up for a happy outcome of the electoral process. Because Africa and the world are eyes on us.
Vous mesurez donc
You are materializing today your whole interest to foster democracy for the good holding of the election in Burkina Faso. At the time when we are receiving these vehicles, we really need them to continue the process.
vous l'avez vous-même dit,
So we are happy to receive all these marks of solidarity and friendship shown by the international community, our partners and our brothers and friend countries. Thank you to our brothers and friends, people of Nigeria.
merci à son Excellence le Président Muhammadu Buhari,
Thank you to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari,
à tous les membres du gouvernement fédéral du Nigeria
to all members of the federal government
et à toutes les plus hautes autorités de votre pays.
and all the highest authorities of your country.
Pour tous ces efforts qui sont consentis pour le raffermissement de la coopération bilatérale entre le Nigeria et le Burkina Faso.
For all the efforts made for the strengthening of the bilateral cooperation between Burkina Faso and Nigeria.
Que Dieu bénisse nos deux pays.
At the time when we are receiving these vehicles, we really need them to continue the process.
Mr. Karen, who said that Nigeria was the first and only African country to assist this country in the conduct of the polls, pledged judicious use of the vehicles.
Vous l'avez vous-même dit, Monsieur l'envoyé.
It's a very important contribution that will help us in our work on the ground.
Il me plaît
So it's good to mention that you are the only African country that has provided this kind of support to us. Everything is ready, the list of voters, and we are waiting to forward everything in the ballot places. So now we are replacing and training the electoral staff.
Nous travaillons au rassemblement et au conditionnement du matériel.
We are working to gather all the equipment necessary so we start deploying all the materials in the various areas. I would like to assure you that we make good use of these vehicles made available to us.
Qui vont renforcer notre capacité opérationnelle.
That will strengthen our operational capacity.
The permanent secretary was accompanied by his counterpart in the Ministry of Defense, Alhaji Ismaila Aliyu, and Nigeria's ambassador to Burkina Faso, Mr. David Bala. They all expressed satisfaction with the steps taken by the Nigerian government to boost the good relationship existing between the two countries, which they said would also help sustain democracy in Burkina Faso in particular and Africa in general. First to speak was Nigeria's ambassador to Burkina Faso, David Bala.
Nigeria is a friend to every member country of Africa.